The Ripon Tigers Sports Network welcomes you to another broadcast of Ripon Tiger Sports on the Ripon Channel, 987, 93.1 FM, and AM 1600 WRPN The Wave. And we welcome you to the Ripon High School Gymnasium in the Bob Lakuski Enterprises Broadcasting Bench. We have a couple of varsity games for you tonight, and they are versus the Berlin Indians. And the girls' game will begin here shortly. I am working tonight with my longtime friend, Marty Ernzer. And fans, let me tell you, Marty always does the right thing. It gratifies some and astonishes the rest. So, Marty, tonight we've got a couple of varsity games against Ripon and Berlin. I think they have identical overall records of 6 and 7.
And also in conference at 1 and 4. And so I'm looking into the numbers, Lynn, this afternoon at home, and I'm looking like, okay, let's look at like opponents. Well, Berlin beat Green Lake Princeton. Ripon beat Green Lake Princeton. Berlin beat Lamira. Ripon beat Lamira. Berlin beat Wapaka. Ripon beat Wapaka. Berlin lost to Waupun. Ripon lost to Waupun. Berlin lost to Kewaskum. Ripon lost to Kewaskum. Berlin lost to KML. Ripon lost to KML. What does that mean? I don't know. But the only difference was Berlin did beat Plymouth. Ripon lost by 1. It was theirs to lose literally at the buzzer. And then Berlin lost to Winneconne. And I believe it was Carson Bauman hit a shot almost at the buzzer to beat Winneconne at Winneconne by 2. So I guess what we're saying on all that, when it's all done and said, this should be an evenly matched, entertaining ball game.
I think you're right. Checking the last games, Ripon lost to Westfield earlier this week, 49-43 in a game that we did here, and a very competitive game. Berlin on Thursday, last night, defeated North Fond du Lac by a score of 50-48. We want to thank all of our sponsors who make our broadcast possible here this evening, and they include Horicon Bank, celebrating 125 years of community banking, the natural choice to help with your financial growth, helping make secure financial decisions for the long-time stability of you and your family. Horicon Bank, the natural choice, member FDIC. Time now for a quick break, and we'll be back with more on the Ripon Tigers Sports Network. And welcome back to the Ripon High School Gymnasium before this varsity girls basketball game between the Ripon Tigers and the Berlin Indians. And we're going to begin now with some starting lineups that are taking place. First for Berlin, we have number 5, Anna Kurzek, who is a junior. Number 24, Claire Bartle, a sophomore. Number 33, Kara Fritz, a senior. Also, number 11, Hannah Nigber, who is a senior, and number 23, Jane Hoffman, who is a sophomore. They are coached by Bill Lundeen.
I think that's his first year as head coach.
For the Tigers, the usuals, Ariana Brooks, the sophomore, Allison Bumby, the junior, Selena Lopez, the senior, number 23, Carson Ballman, and number 24, Lucy Bettine. So again, as Marty mentioned, both teams 6 and 7 overall, both 1 and 4 in conference. And we are looking for a competitive basketball game here tonight. Two rivals, very close to each other and been playing each other probably since the 1800s. And so we're looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And remember, it's a doubleheader. So when this girls game is concluded, stick around. You people live streaming and on 93.1 FM and 1600 The Wave AM, because we're coming back at you with the boys Berlin-Ripon game.
That we are, and we thank you on this cold Friday night for listening in. We appreciate it. Ripon gets the tip. Selena Lopez brought it up across the timeline over to Ballman. To the right side on the wing. It's dribbled back now to Lopez at the free throw line. Now to the left wing for a shot. It's no good, but Allie Bumby gets the rebound. She misses the first one, but gets the second one.
Berlin playing a zone.
So it's 2-0 Tigers early on here. Just getting started in the Ripon High School gym versus Berlin. So the other way we go. Berlin has it. Took a shot in the lane. No good. Selena Lopez gets the rebound for the Tigers. She will bring it down. Errant pass stolen by Anna Kurzek. And she will bring it up across the timeline now for the Indians. Handing it off now to Claire Bartle. Bartle handing it off. Another handoff now to Anna Kurzek. She lost it, and the Tigers get it back. It's Lucy Bettine with the ball. Gets it back from Lopez. Goes to Bumby in the lane. Ballman into the corner for Ariana Brooks left side. Bettine in the lane. Takes a shot. No good. And it goes out of bounds. Ball to Berlin.
There's Bartles everywhere. We got a Bartle at Ripon College, the oldest of the boys. I think there's 4 of them. And then the sister here. And then we're going to see, I think it's Jackson Bartle in the next game.
In the boys game. That's correct. So the Indians bring it up, and they're going to shoot a 3 on the left side. It's no good by Jane Hoffman. Bettine gets the rebound to Lopez quickly along the other side. Lopez tries to pass into the lane, but it's kicked by the Indians and out of bounds. So the Tigers will have it underneath their basket left side. Nope, check that right side. 16:29 remaining in the half. It's 2-0 Ripon. The inbound over to Ballman. Ballman to Brooks, back to Ballman into the right corner. One dribble, Brooks, and tries to get it to Bettine. It was tipped by the Indians, and they're going to get it. It's still on the floor, and Lucy Bettine was able to push it away to Ariana Brooks, who will now bring it up for the Tigers. So some excitement going on there, and Ballman will have it. Goes to Bumby underneath the basket, and we're going to have a foul on Berlin. Looks like a reach of some sort, and the foul is going to be on Claire Bartle, her first team. Tigers inbound underneath the basket, goes left side for a 3, and good! Carson Ballman.
They forgot to guard Ballman. I know they're in a zone, but you got to come out to the ball side and pick him up.
5-0 Ripon. Here's Jane Hoffman, and she's going to get fouled as she makes a drive. That foul's on Ariana Brooks. That'll be her first and the first team foul for Ripon in the half. So Berlin will inbound it now with Hannah Nigber. And she's going to get it into Hoffman into the right corner. A 3 now taken short by Kara Fritz. Rebounded Ripon.
Here we go.
Lopez coast to coast. She's going to take it up, lays it up, no good, goes out of bounds. And it was last tipped by Berlin. So Ripon will get the ball. So Lopez will inbound it, and she's going to go way out on top to Ballman. Top of the circle. Dribbling to the right side on the wing. Tries to get it to Brooks. It's loose, but Brooks does pick it up. Bumby underneath, and it's tipped out by Claire Bartle for the Indians.
Berlin playing a 1-2-2 zone. I know what they want to do, Ripon, and feeding the post, it looks like. But if you're tightly guarded, I would not necessarily try to force it in there.
Lopez inbounds it to Brooks on the left side. Bettine to the free throw line, and that ball is bounced around, and the Indians pick it up with Kara Fritz. Here she goes. Across the timeline, over here to the right side, that's Kurzek with it. Kurzek looking, couple of dribbles, hands it off to Bartle. Bartle, top of the key, Nigber, round the horn to the left side with Hoffman. She's going to dribble to the free throw line, hands it back out to Kurzek. Now Kurzek drives to the basket, and I think she double dribbled.
Yeah, it was a good closeout by Ari Brooks before she dribbled to her left on the ball screen.
So the Tigers will inbound it. Berlin showing press now.
Mm-hmm.
Inbounded to Bumby. Bumby to Bettine in the middle. All the way down. And a shot is up and good.
Bella Miller, she has a way of finishing nicely around the glass.
Isabella Miller makes it 7-0 Tigers. 14:40 remaining here in the first half. Now Berlin has it. Top of the key, Kurzek. Nigber. Couple of dribbles. Over here to Fritz, right corner for a three. It's up and in and out, no good. That was by Jane Hoffman. Tigers get the rebound, and here comes Ariana Brooks with it. Lopez, as the pass goes across the timeline. Lopez kind of double teamed out there, going to make a move. Tries to go between two. She does athletically and does get the ball to Bumby in the corner. Now she's double teamed. Tries to pass it, kind of goes through some girls' legs, and it's a held ball, and it will belong to the Indians.
They keep trying to feed Bumby down on that block, and she's not open. They collapse on that zone in that 1-2-2.
So here comes Berlin, trailing 7-0 at the 14-minute mark here in the first half. Fritz has it, goes inside, nice pass. Shot is up, no good by Nigber though, and the Tigers get the rebound. Here comes Bella Miller the other way to the free throw line, going to the hoop, gets stopped, ball goes in the air, she picks it up, the loose ball, shoots and scores.
Like I said, Isabella Miller has this knack, very effective around the glass. She makes more than I think she misses when she's up close.
Berlin calls time. 13:43 remaining in the first half. 9-0 Ripon. Keep moving with confidence on your long drive ahead. Get ready for your next road trip with Goodyear tires from Cliffs Tires and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon. And drive your favorite teams to the game with Lamers Bus Lines. Lamers is now hiring school bus drivers. Great pay, flexible schedules, complete driver training, and bonus up to $1,500. Apply in person or go to lamers.com/careers. Investing. Self-service is no service. You talk, we listen in person. Call Greg Dragalovich, 748-5118, or Shad Horton, 748-2576. Edward Jones, member SIPC. And Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry. Marty, great start for Ripon.
Yeah, it is. They're finishing around the basket when they get the ball in there. Now, like I said a couple of times, they're forcing it a little more. I would just do ball reversal against that zone. I don't know if they always play zone or if this is a wrench they threw in tonight to surprise Ripon. I don't know.
Well, regardless, the Tigers up 9-0. Berlin has the ball on the inbound after the timeout, and it's going to be Nigber with it over to Fritz, and the left side is Hoffman. And Hoffman gets it into the lane here to Bartle. Bartle brings it back out. It's Kurzek who's going to drive to the basket and get fouled.
Okay, what Ripon has to understand right now, we're getting an indication of how this game is going to be officiated. And anytime you see a reach, you see a hand, an arm extended, they're blowing the whistle. Ripon needs to adapt to the way the game is being officiated.
Berlin gets the inbound, and they hand it off here to Jane Hoffman, who was in the right corner, takes a shot, no good. Ripon comes away with the rebound, and quickly the other way goes Selena Lopez, and she's going to get called for a charge.
Yep.
She went right to the hoop and tried to go right to the Berlin player, and you can't do that. So it's her first foul. It is the team's third of the half.
I think Ripon's playing at a higher energy level right now.
Now a three for Berlin the other way, and it's good by Kara Fritz. First points for the Berlin Indians.
Yeah, one of the two starting seniors.
So then on the other way, Selena Lopez has it, takes it coast to coast into the lane, takes a shot, no good. Berlin gets the rebound, and they come the other way with Hoffman. Hoffman over to Fritz, top of the circle, right side. Kurzek has it. Kurzek's going to drive to the free throw line. Stop, go left over by Fritz on the wing. Free throw line extended and tries to go into the lane, but stolen by Ali Bumby. Bumby's going to go to the basket. She stops. Oh, and has it stolen from her.
Yep, she stopped to pass.
Kurzek steals it from her. Kurzek tries to go for a long pass, and that's stolen by Ripon's Carson Ballman. It's 2-on-1. Her pass goes to Ali Bumby, but it was low, went off Bumby's foot, and now we are going to have a Berlin ball and a timeout. So there you have it. 12-12 remaining in the first half. It's now Ripon 9 and Berlin 3.
Well, a lot of people out of control, but it sure is high energy.
Indeed it is. Butzine Marchant Funeral Home, serving local families with grace and compassion since 1896. Also another one of our sponsors, and we thank them, Fortify Bank is growing Wisconsin. One person, one business, one relationship at a time. Visit fortifybank.com to see how banking locally is a win for you and our community, member FDIC. Well, Marty, the last few possessions have been a little bit out of control for both teams. The score remains 9-3.
Yeah, both teams always trying to take advantage. When they think they got a quick steal, they always want to push it and get down there. But if you don't have the numbers, then pull it out, run your offense.
And that's what Berlin is going to try to do here, down 9-3. Kurzek gets the ball inside to Hoffman. Hoffman tries to go into the corner there by Bartle. Bartle's in that right side. Being defended well by Bumby. It comes back around, all the way around to the left side now with Hoffman. And Hoffman to Fritz. Fritz going to take a three, top of the circle, off the back of the rim, no good. Ellie Bumby with the rebound, no surprise there. She brings it up across the timeline. She's going to stop and bounce pass it over here now to Ellie Ross, who is in the game. She goes to the left, and a three by Allison Bradley is no good. And we are going to have the ball went out of bounds, I believe.
No,
what do we have?
It was a foul on Kara Fritz. She gave Bumby a facial. Her hustle, Bumby's hustle, created that foul.
So for Fritz, her first, team second. Bumby will inbound it, and it gets it into Ballman with it. Carson Ballman taking a dribble to the free throw line, going to pass it off to the left, and there's a three, and it is good.
That was pretty.
Ellery Ross.
Ross didn't hit her shots the other night, but let me tell you, that looked really good.
It's now 12-3, Ripon at the 11:15 mark in the first half. So the Indians with Kurzek has the ball, top of the circle, and looking, passing it off now to Nigber. Nigber right side. There's Jane Hoffman with it, looking to go, goes into the post, making a move is Claire Bartle, but her shot is blocked, and it comes away with Ripon. That's Carson Ballman has it. She's going to go all the way across the timeline to the right wing, stop, passing into the middle by Isabella Miller. Turnaround shot, no good. Rebound goes to Berlin.
That's her shot, Isabella.
Hoffman brings it down for the Indians. Going to hand it off here to Fritz for a three, no good. It's going to go out of bounds.
Wow. Ripon, I noticed when they came out of that timeout, was picking up the ball sooner, a little higher towards the time stripe.
So now Ripon will inbound it. That is Allison Bradley, the junior.
She sang, I believe, the national anthem. Outstanding.
She did a wonderful job. I wasn't quite sure if that was her or not, but yes, it was. Allison Bradley, kudos to her. So Ripon, I'm sorry, I was going to say Ripon works the ball inside, but it's knocked out of bounds.
That's an example. They're trying to feed that block. I see that must have obviously been the game plan, but it was fronted. It wasn't even there. So ball reversal, try something else, come back and visit again.
The inbound goes to Ripon in the left corner, and Carson Ballman hits a three. Her second one, she has 6 points.
Wow. On that 1-2-2 zone, that person on Carson's side along the baseline has to close out on her. Thank you, Carson says.
It's Ripon 15, Berlin 3. 10-10 remains in the first half. So Ripon came out with a lot of energy here and has opened up a 12-point lead. Berlin is moving the ball around and around, and it's going to the right side with it is Hoffman. Hoffman gets it underneath, but then going way outside for a three, and the shot is no good, goes out of bounds to Ripon.
Yeah, it landed out of bounds. Good call by the official.
I tell you, the way they're jumping the inbounds passes, they're fronting their opponents when Berlin tries to attack down low.
Carson Ballman with another three in the corner, and Marty, she hits her third.
And she just said, look, I could do it on the other side too. 3-ball side pocket, outstanding.
Yeah, the last one on the left side, this one on the right side. She has 9 points, and it's an 18-3 Ripon lead. Cara Fritz now for Berlin. She's going to take a three, no good. And it's Ariana Brooks who gets the rebound, and we're going to have a held ball, and Ripon retains possession.
In the Westfield game, I made the comment on the weak side rebounding on the defensive end for Ripon. I thought Ari Brooks had a really good night. She's picked up right where she left off. She's got 3 rebounds unofficially already.
The whole team playing, I think, very well for the Tigers right now, and Coach Jesse Nodoff. So anyway, Ripon has the ball. It's Carson Ballman in the right corner, and she was kind of forced out of bounds. I thought perhaps a foul, but no, she stepped out. So Berlin will get the ball back. Anna Kurzek is going to inbound it to Cara Fritz. Fritz will bring it up. Again, Berlin trailing 18-3. Bounce pass here to Hoffman. Right wing for a three, no good. Carson Ballman gets the rebound. She's going to keep it, dribble it up. Across the timeline, right side, goes into the lane. Out to the left wing for a three. Good! Ellery Rost for three. That's her second. She has 6.
Assist by Bauman. Way to find Rost.
21-3. Now the ball goes inside to Berlin's Claire Bartle. She lost it though. Ariana Brooks picks it up and she gets the steal. Quickly the other way. Ballman. Oh, and she lost it, unfortunately. Goes back to Berlin.
Yep. Slow it down. I know the anxiousness. I get it.
So the Indians will bring it up. 8:25 to go in the half. It's 21-3 Ripon.
Defensively, I've been very impressed with, too, in the half-court defense by Ripon.
So Fritz has it between the circles now for Berlin. She's going on the left side. Going to hand it off now to Hoffman. Hoffman, the Nigber. Right side, Kurzek. Kurzek looking to make a move. Goes to the right, into the corner, but then she bounce passes it out to Hoffman. Hoffman looking. She's going to dribble it into the right corner. Stops, goes back out to Bartle. And Bartle and Nigber, 3, no good. Rebound, bounced out of there. And Berlin will pick it up with Fritz. Fritz goes to the basket, and she's going to draw a foul. 7:44 remaining in the first half. It's Ripon 21, Berlin 3. This foul is on Allison Bradley, her first, team's 4th. Shooting 2, Cara Fritz for Berlin. First one, good. So we have Selena Lopez and Allison Bumby coming back now for the Tigers. With the made free throw, it's 21-4, and Fritz will get a second.
And I think that was that Maddie Rilling, number 10, that came in for Berlin.
Shot is also good. So 21-5 for the Tigers. Amanda Bradley is going to, check that, Allison Bradley is going to bring it up for the Tigers to Allie Bumby on the right wing into the corner. Now to Lopez, back to Bumby, left side Bradley. Bettine has it now. Lopez top of the circle. Moving the ball well. Lopez looking on the left side. She's going to drive to the basket, lays it up, no good. Bettine had the rebound, but it was stolen out of her hands by Berlin, and they come the other way.
Yeah, I like the ball movement there by Ripon.
So now a 3 for Berlin on the other side. That's Jane Hoffman. It's no good. Ball bouncing around out there, and I think we're going to have a held ball. We are. But possession this time is with the Indians.
Ari Brooks did a good job of boxing out on the three-point shooter. The rebound kind of short hopped her. Kind of like a catcher with a pitch into the dirt.
So Berlin inbounds under the basket left side. And she hits Allie Bumby in the foot because she couldn't find anybody. And so she gets to do it again.
Smart play. This is where I differ on inbounds. I like to zone the basket, not guard the inbounder.
Inbound this time is clean, and Berlin will have it. Nigber over to Rilling. Rilling, left side, 3 is good for Cara Fritz. So she scored the last 5 for Berlin, make it 21-8. 6:50 remaining in the first half. Brooks has it. Wing. Goes to Bumby at the free throw line. Shot is up, bouncing, no good. She gets her own rebound, no good. Now it comes away for Jane Hoffman for Berlin. Ripping a couple of trips down. Have a dry spell here. Berlin scored the last 5. Specifically Fritz. Now tries to pass inside. Lucy Bettine steals it.
Yeah, great theft and get a save to Lopez.
Hands it off to Lopez. Now Allison Bradley left side. No good. Berlin with the rebound. Here they come. Kurzek quickly. Top of the key. She's going to go over here now to Rilling. Rilling to Fritz. Fritz Hoffman. Top of the circle. Right side Rilling. Tries to bounce it inside. Allie Bumby's going to steal it, but she lost control. It just went out of bounds.
Bumby is making a living on defense, on coming from behind on the entry passes on her person and getting tips, or in this prior to, she had a steal.
The inbound to Berlin now to Fritz, and she's going to go a couple of dribbles and then stop. Rilling, Hoffman. Okay, Hoffman's going to just kind of go between the circles and look around, dribbling and dribbling. Kurzek now left wing. Kurzek's going to go to the free throw line into the lane. She's going to try and go
Look
up.
at that.
And what do we have? A held ball.
Oh, yeah.
And this time Ripon gets possession.
Yeah, Selena Lopez. She read that like a cheap dime store novel, just reaching into that. She saw it coming, reached in, grabbed that ball. That was awesome.
Good defense indeed. Lopez gets the inbound from Allison Bradley, so she's going to bring it up across the timeline. And she's going to go to Bradley left side into the corner. Bettine makes a move into the lane. She's going to take a shot off the front of the rim, no good. But getting the rebound down there was Bumby, and she was fouled.
The tenacity.
She's really good. She averages 19 rebounds a game?
18. You're exaggerating.
Yeah, 18 rebounds a game, which is really incredible at any level.
Number one in the state.
The foul's on Anna Kurzek, her first, team's third of the half. So Lopez will inbound underneath her basket to the right. Gets it to Bumby. Bumby now to Miller. Miller free throw line, still dribbling. Goes to Bumby into the right side. Back out. Top of the key, left side Lopez into the lane. She's going to take a jump shot.
Yeah.
She was fouled.
She was.
So good move by Selena Lopez, drawing the foul. She'll get 2 free throws. There's 5:15 remaining in the first half. It's Ripon 21, Berlin 8. The foul, let's see, was going to be on Claire Bartle, her second, team's fourth.
Ripon doing a good job of, I think, moving the ball really well, really quick, making the Berlin defense work. So they got to make sure when they keep moving it, when you're one of those Ripon players, you get it. Don't sit on it and let the defense, reposition. Keep moving them, get them off balance, and then, like Lopez, attack the rim.
The first free throw by Selena Lopez, no good. She does make the second, though. So that's her first point of the game, and it gives Ripon a 22-8 lead. So here come the Berlin Indians, trailing by 14 here in this first half. Kurzek has it. She's going to drive to the top of the key. She's going to hand it off now to Emma Bowe. And that's Fritz
got away with
to
a
the
walk.
right side. Yep. Nope, she didn't get away with it.
She didn't get away with
Officials
it.
called it.
Yep. Yeah, and they didn't take advantage of that, Berlin, when 2 of the Ripon players hit the deck. They didn't attack the lane.
So here comes Ripon the other way. Carson Ballman driving around. She's going to hand it off now to Miller. Miller takes a shot into that right side, but no good. And Berlin gets the rebound with Kurzek. And Kurzek's going to lose her dribble. Selena Lopez had it, but now the officials call a foul.
I think on Berlin it should be, because Lopez got the ball clean. Great theft. Boy, she is getting after that ball. She is ball hawking the point guard, and it's paying dividends right now for the Tigers.
On her defensive game tonight. 22-8, Ripon, 4:30 remaining in the first half. It's going to be Miller in the right corner. She has the ball. One dribble, gets it to Ballman. Ballman with a shot off the glass. It's good.
Now, that's one of the few times I've seen them feed that post. Bauman's a bigger target in there. Nice pass by Isabella Miller.
11 first half points for Carson Ballman. So here comes Berlin again. Into the corner there. That's going to be Bartle. Bartle back out for a 3. No good by Emma Bowe. And it's rebounded by Allison Bumby. Oh, she tries to go to the left corner to Isabella Miller, but a little high.
Well, I just call that a rising fastball.
Well, she threw it pretty hard there.
That's how she rebounds, too. Pretty hard.
Indeed.
I love her on-off switch. That's it. Nothing in between.
Fritz brought it down and handed it off to into the underneath the basket to Claire Bartle. She's going to do a turnaround shot, no good. It was rebounded by Selena Lopez for the Tigers, and here they come the other way. Allie Bumby has it just on the wing, back to Lopez. Inside, it's going to be Ballman. Turnaround shot, no good. And Bumby got the rebound, but she's going to get called for a foul.
Wow. I think that was just sort of being kind. I love the almost a touch pass from Lopez right back down to down the lane line to Bauman. That was great execution.
For Allison Bumby, her first foul, the team's 5th of the half. 3:15 remaining in the first half. Ripon 24, Berlin 8. Indians with the ball, and
there's that pressure again by Lopez.
Excellent job. The ball does eventually come out to Fritz at the top of the circle. She makes a move on the left side. She's going to hand it off here. And we have a drive, a stop, into the lane, turnaround shot, Bartle, and she's going to get fouled.
Might be her second on Bauman.
Yes. She is going to get fouled, and it is Carson Ballman. Is that her second? Yes, it is.
I was just going to comment, this might be about the best aggressive, high-energy man-to-man defense I've seen Ripon play so far this season.
As mentioned, Carson Ballman's second personal. It's the team's 6th. Shooting 2 free throws was Claire Bartle. She missed the first.
So Bettine, Brooks, and Bradley re-enter, huh?
And also on the floor yet is Ellery Rost.
And Miller.
The rebound comes out high to Isabella Miller. She has it. She brings it across the timeline into the right corner. She's going to hand it off to Bettine. Bettine to Brooks. And Brooks over to Rost. Bradley. Bettine. Underneath to Miller. Turnaround shot off the rim, no good. Rebound by Fritz for Berlin. She's going to come the other way. And she has it into the right corner. Posting up with it. Bartle into the lane. Handing it back off to Hoffman, who drives to the basket, and she's going to draw a foul.
Try to pull off. Don't be fouling these jump shots. Most of them will not go in. But the closeout by Isabella Miller on the wing here before that ball was reversed by, who was that? Reversed by Bartle was impressive.
Jane Hoffman is at the free throw line. She misses the first, and she is getting one more. The foul, by the way, was on Ariana Brooks, her first, team's 7th. So Berlin will be in the bonus next Ripon foul. So the Tigers will have it. Again, it's 24-8. Second free throw was no good as well. Here's Miller driving to the basket. Her shot is going up, and she draws a foul. So it's going to be Isabella Miller at the free throw line to be shooting 2 free throws. The foul on Berlin is on Claire Bartle. She's in trouble now. She has 3. It was the team's 6th. The first free throw is up, no good. There's 2:12 remaining in the first half. It's Ripon 24, Berlin 8.
Ripon's another one of those, or Berlin, I'm sorry, is another one of those young teams. You know, they got 2 seniors that they start, and pretty much a couple juniors, and rest are all sophomores with a freshman.
Isabella Miller makes her second free throw. She has 5 points in the game. So here comes Fritz for Berlin. Goes over to the right side, gets the ball back. Quickly over to the left side. That's going to be Hoffman with it. Hoffman takes a move. The post up is Nigber. Back out to Fritz for a 3, and she nails it. 25-11. Minute 45 remaining. Quickly the other way, Lucy Bettine gets the ball, and she drives into the right corner, shoots one off the glass, and good.
Fritz for Berlin averages 9 a game. Hoffman averages double digits, about 11 a game.
27-11 Tigers. Quickly the other way. Here we go. Fritz with it. Top of the circle, stops, right side. That's Hoffman. Hoffman tries to go inside, but Lucy Bettine says no way, and she steals it.
How many thefts as it goes out of bounds?
She saved it. Miller saved it from going out of bounds. Gets to Brooks underneath. Now a 3 on the left wing is good.
Boy,
Ellery Rost.
Is she pure tonight? She couldn't get it to fall against Westfield, but is that her third?
That's her third 3. She has 9 points. And Ripon with a 30-11 lead. Now the ball gets loose. It's stolen by Miller. Goes up for a layup.
Boy,
Good!
did she adjust to the ball beautifully.
7 points for Isabella Miller. Make it 32-11.
This is turning into a rout. Berlin needs to get some points and stop the bleeding.
Oh, and there's a basket and good. Nice play, Hannah
Wow.
Nigber. Lucy Bettine draws the foul. The ball was bouncing around a little bit. Nigber there underneath the basket, got it, turned, took a shot. Lucy Bettine got the foul, and it's her first, team's 8th.
I love the intensity by Ripon. I don't know if someone reminded Berlin that this is a rivalry game, but Ripon got the message from
They
Coach
did.
Nodal.
The free throw is no good, so Ripon gets the ball. We're under 30 seconds to go.
Good fake. It was simple. It was just a hard step with the left foot, and then she just went hard baseline and got tripped by the defender trying to catch up to her. Good job by Miller.
Isabella Miller, yes. And so now she's going to get a bonus, as the foul was going to be on Hannah Nigber, her first, team 7th. So 1, she makes it, and so she'll get the +1. So Isabella Miller now with 8 points on the night. 3 baskets, 2 free throws. It's 33-13 Tigers.
Wow.
Excellent first half. Make it 34-13 Tigers. Miller makes the second free throw. So now Berlin with 20 seconds remaining. Last possession probably. Here's Fritz over to the right side, going into the corner,
Walk.
and
Good
we have
call.
a traveling violation on Berlin.
Yeah, it's the right call.
Tried to get a post into Hoffman, but traveled first. So Ripon will get the last shot.
Yeah, you're not going to get by Isabella Miller tonight on defense anyway.
Bringing it up is Rost for the Tigers. Brooks left side, back to Rost. And she's going to go out here to Miller. Miller, a couple of dribbles into the lane, shoots it up off the glass, no good, and that ends the first half of play with our score. The Ripon Tigers 34 and the Berlin Indians 13. Hometown Radio is your local source for news, weather, and sports. Tune in to WRPN, and team up every morning with Bob Nelson to find out what's happening in your area. Fusion Heating and Cooling, the area's newest family-oriented Trane dealer, offers service on all manufacturers' brands and specializes in providing solutions for all your home comfort needs. Getting the job professionally done and on time. Fusion Heating and Cooling, servicing Ripon and surrounding areas. Webster's Marketplace is proud to be your locally owned and operated grocery store since 1987. Featuring an in-store deli, bakery, floral shop, butcher, and smokehouse. Webster's is your full-service grocery store, Highway 23 West in Ripon. For a truly delicious lunch or evening dinner, plan a visit to Pastimes Pub and Grill. Carol's homemade soups are always available, along with a great variety of sandwiches, awesome burgers, and salads. If you enjoy cooking, stop in and apply at Pastimes Pub and Grill, downtown Ripon. By the way, Pastimes is closed this weekend and will reopen on Monday, January 17th.
Yeah, I was down there. I pretty much ate them out of everything middle of last week, so my apologies. But hopefully the economic pipeline can catch up.
Well, Marty, those of us who know you know that there is not a carbohydrate you don't like.
No, I'm quite the competitor, Lynn. I'm quite the
Indeed.
competitor.
Well, it is halftime as mentioned. Ripon 34, Berlin 13. We'll be back with the second half in a few moments on the Ripon Tigers Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Ripon Tiger Den here at the Ripon High School. It's halftime. It's rivalry evening anyway. It's 34-13. The Ripon High School girls varsity in control of this contest so far at the half. The boys will be following right after they warm up, and we're ready to shoot for that game about 7:15 tonight, so everybody stick around. Joining me right now is head coach, speaking of which, of the boys Ripon Tiger basketball team, and that is Steve Brooks. Coach, once again, welcome.
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
And the reason is, I'm energized watching the Ripon girls come out, shot out of a cannon, and it's amazing what energy, high energy can do to start a game. It gets like everything going, and it makes up for any of the mistakes you make. It just seems that if you play hard like that, good things will happen.
Absolutely. You know, basketball is a game of momentum and runs, and playing in front of people makes all the difference. So I'm excited that, you know, our guys are here and there's fans out supporting the girls, and hopefully they stick around and watch us too.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk what's going on. We know you went into Kettle Moraine Luther and you walked into I don't know, it was an ambush. and it wasn't pretty. Now, you guys average about, I think, around 60 points a game, and you hit that target pretty much. But on the defensive side of things, you guys struggled. And what are they? The Chargers, the Kettle Moraine Lutheran Chargers, and they charged. And so you guys got beat double digits, conference game, but they're in second place, I believe. Talk to me about the game. Riley had a good game. My goodness.
Well, you know, we knew it was going to be tough. They're in first place in the conference, undefeated. They're 13-1 overall, ranked in top 5 in the state in our division. So, you know, we knew that it was going to be a challenge, and we started slow, which we've been doing, and struggled on the defensive end. They shot the ball very well. You know, when you put all those things together, it doesn't usually bode well for you. So, no choice but to get ready and get ready to play a tough contest tonight.
Yeah, speaking of which, so you'll be taking on the Berlin Indians. Right now, Berlin's at 2-2. You guys are one game behind them, right? I think at 1-3. Or was that? I don't know if that included last night's game or not. But so I see a lot of things that I'm thinking, like the girls' game on paper anyway. I see a lot of similarity.
Absolutely. I think that, you know, if we can come out with some energy on both ends of the floor and use the crowd to our advantage for some extra support, you know, it should be a fun game to be part of tonight.
And I was looking at what they do scoring-wise. You know, I went through 2 pens just trying to do Strebelinski on my notes here. I had to go borrow one from my wife when I was at home today. But I see they got 3 scores that'll give you close to double-digit points. And there, lo and behold, there's another Bartle. And I want to talk about your son last night. I looked at the numbers and said, oh, my goodness. You know, you're going into the bad guy's place. They're in first place. You corrected me. Thank you. Undefeated. And he put up some nice numbers. Now, I know you're the coach, but you're also the dad. There's that half of you also. And I was just really impressed when I looked at the numbers. It's one thing to score 31, but when you shoot 56% from the floor and your three-point shooting was just as good, it's a pretty impressive performance. I'm happy for him. But now we got to get more guys buying into it. We need more offensive threats, Coach, huh?
Yeah, you know, he's doing a good job of being more efficient and distributing the ball, and I've asked him to put on many hats, and so he's embraced it. You know, we just got to keep bringing guys along and providing opportunities and just trusting that the next shot's going to go for people, and, you know, just keep rallying around each other.
I saw he was 7 of 8 on free throws. Now, he was only 4 of 5 on threes. I don't know if you thought of benching him at that point or not when he missed that 1 3.
I let him know. Okay,
that's my sarcasm, folks. But anyway, best of luck to you, because even though you got spanked last night, there's nothing better. Our 3 kids were raised. My wife told my 2 daughters, never lose to Berlin. That's honest to God. That's exactly how she did it. So anyway, good luck tonight getting those Indians.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for your time. And we'll be right back with more second half action of the Ripon Tiger girls and Berlin Indian girls basketball game.
And welcome back to the Ripon High School gym on this rivalry night here in Ripon, taking on the Berlin Indians in the girls varsity game with the boys to follow. It is halftime, getting close to the end of it, and our score at the half is the Ripon Tigers 34, the Berlin Indians 13. We want to thank many of our sponsors for making our broadcast possible tonight. They include the Ripon School District, 8 schools with 5 charter schools, including Odyssey Academy of Virtual Learning, 145 students enrolled in advanced placement courses, a 92% community satisfaction rate, and 4-year-old preschool in 3 different locations of the city. If you have not been to the Heidel House Hotel and Conference Center located on beautiful Green Lake yet, then now is the time. Come check out the Sunday breakfast buffet, 7 a.m. till 10 a.m. for $13.99 a person. For more information, go to heidelhouse.com. If you loved us before, you're going to love us even more. Celebrating 125 years of community banking, that's Horicon Bank. Building a solid reputation as a mortgage lending leader, offering lending choices to fit your best options. Horicon Bank, the natural choice, member FDIC, equal housing lender. And Marty, at the half, boy,
Wow.
what a first half for the Tigers.
You know, they came out, we were talking to Coach Brooks at halftime. My goodness, they came out with high energy, and everything played off of that high energy by the Ripon Tiger girls.
So the halftime is just underway. Berlin will get the inbound, and they're going to take the first shot at the half, and it's going to be up and good by Anna Kurzek.
Yeah, nice step through.
Ripon goes the other way very quickly with Lopez handing it off to Carson Ballman on a pass in the corner. Ballman drives to the basket, gets and is fouled on the play. She'll get 2 free throws.
We shouldn't be surprised, right? It's funny, the Westfield game I mentioned during the game, I said, man, you know, I said, Carson, to have that complete game, Bauman, to get that left hand, right? Her dad came up to me and said they knew that I said that. So tonight she scored with the left hand tonight. And
She
said,
did.
Take that, Marty.
She has 11 points. She missed the first free throw, but does make the second, so
That's awesome.
give her 12 on the evening. The
She's
foul,
a
by the way,
fighter.
was on Claire Bartle, the sophomore. She has 4.
Wow.
And the first team foul of the second half. So now Kurzek gets the ball for Berlin. Down on the right corner, she's going to bring it out here to Rilling. Rilling over to Hoffman. Hoffman, Fritz. Fritz going to drive, free throw line, going to back it off now to Rilling. Into the left corner with it is Nigber to Rilling. Oh, and it's going to be stolen by Carson Ballman. Good anticipation. She's going to lay it up and in.
Boy, she got her stride. That's what I notice about her. Quick feet, but the stride really makes her fast.
Nice steal and layup for Carson Ballman, and the Tigers continue to roll here, 37-15, just under 17 minutes here in the second half. Now Berlin the other way will take a 3 as Kurzek. It's no good. Ariana Brooks with the rebound, and Brooks will now bring it up across the timeline for Ripon. Lopez has it. Inside to Brooks, the left side, she's going to try a shot, and she draws a foul.
Boy, nothing better than attacking the rim and being rewarded with the whistle like that by Ari Brooks.
And she will get 2 free throws. The foul is on Berlin's Cara Fritz, her second, team second.
Down on the other end, when Berlin was in a half-court offense, they're pretty much made up their mind. We're going to live and die with a three-point shot. You don't see them attacking the basket like Ripon is tonight a lot. Ripon's been very balanced. That's not to say they're not taking threes, but they're also very aggressive in the paint.
Both free throws good for Ariana Brooks. 2 points on the night for her. 39-15, Ripon. So now comes Berlin the other way. This is going to be Kurzek. She's on the wing right side, goes into the corner to Fritz. Fritz dribbles left side with the left hand, tries to make a pass, but it's going to be over and back as the Berlin player was cutting just as Fritz was passing.
And that's some of the, you know, you talk about that aggressiveness that Ripon started this game with tonight, and that's part of the, I think that's part of it right there, the mental part just as much as the physical part.
So the Ripon girls will get the ball back. Brooks now into the right wing, goes underneath the Bettine. Bettine takes a shot, it's short, no good. The ball's on the floor, everyone's going for it. Ball comes out loose. Ballman has it, she tries to pass it off to Bettine. And what do we finally have? A held ball. Advantage Ripon.
Boy, Carson Ballman going to that 50-50 ball, laying out like that, tells your teammates how much this game means to her. I love it.
So the inbound from Lopez to Bumby. Bumby takes a quick shot. It's no good. She gets her own rebound and then is held up by Berlin's Kurzik. And this time the Indians get possession.
I think Berlin got away with a push on Bumby's back there on that shot.
39-15 Tigers. 16 minutes to go in the second half. So now Kurzek's going to drive to the basket and throw into the lane with a shot. It's no good. But she was fouled on the play.
They're going to call Brooks on the reach. Let's see.
Yes, I believe so. Her second personal foul. First team foul of the half for the Tigers.
And that's what I was talking about earlier. If you reach, they're blowing their whistle tonight. That's become very apparent to me right out of the get-go when this game started.
Anna Kurzek is going to take the first free throw. It's no good. She will get a second.
So I would remind my players, do not reach. You're going to get called for it. If it looks like a foul, it is a foul.
Second one. No good. Rebound, Allie Bumby, of course.
She told Bauman, get out of there.
She did it with some action, too, didn't she?
Oh, what a feed by Lopez.
It was a give and go from Brooks to Lopez back to Brooks, but she couldn't handle it, and so Berlin got a hand in there, I think.
It's actually easier to catch a bounce pass when close proximity than a chest pass.
So now it's Berlin. Here's Hoffman. She's going to take a three, top of the circle off the front of the rim. She almost gets her own rebound. And Carson Ballman's on the floor. Who else? Yeah. And it's going to be a held ball, and it'll be for the Tigers.
I'll give Bauman a break on that. You're on the highest point for Ripon. So if there's a bust out on the miss, you got to stay back. Otherwise, typically you would say, hey, you should have been running down that missed shot.
Selena Lopez will bring it up for the Tigers, leading 39-15. Just into the second half, 5 minutes into the second half, Berlin steals a pass. The steal by Nigber. Nigber to Kurzek. She's going to go to the basket, and it's a charge.
Well, Isabella Miller having a good night on both ends of the court. Here's another example on the defensive end of things. She comes up smiling, talking to Patine.
Looked to me like it was going to hurt because Kurzek was going full speed on that one.
Yeah, on the outside she's smiling and laughing. On the inside she's going, oh, mommy. Yeah.
All right, so here come the Tigers. Lopez will bring it up. Bumby on the wing right side. One dribble, then stops. Goes to Patine. Back to Bumby on the give and go. Lays it up and in.
Let's give it up for the left hand on a nice feed from Miller again. She's going to have a lot of assists, Miller.
So the Tigers with a 41-15 lead. Now the pass tries to go inside to Kurzek. It was kind of stolen out of there by Bumby. Lopez picks up the loose ball. She's going to drive to the basket and lays it up and in.
Boy, I love seeing a good left strong hand like that.
Now 43-15. Selena Lopez with 3 points tonight.
It's infectious, the energy. Just see how the Ripon players are moving their feet right now.
And they are just taking it to Berlin. In this game, no doubt. From start to the right now, they're just taking it to them.
Oh, yeah. They never let Berlin get into this game.
Here's a shot from the right corner, no good. It was a three. The rebound by Hoffman for Berlin, and she tries to put it back up, and she will draw a foul.
Let's see if he's going to call that on number 4, and he does.
Allison Bumby's second personal foul. It's the second team foul of the half. Getting 2 free throws will be Jane Hoffman. And the first one is no good. 14 minutes, 6 seconds remaining in the second half. It's Ripon 43, Berlin 15. Second free throw now for Hoffman. And this is up, and it is no good. Bumby gets the rebound, of course, and she will bring it up. Left side, Patine on the give and go back to Bumby. Right side to Ballman on the wing. She's going to go to Patine at the free throw line. Knocked out of her hands, but picked up nicely there by Rost. Rost will get control again and goes over to Miller. Miller to Bumby on a quick pass. She almost was out of bounds, so she quick threw it in there. Now Ballman has it. Patine at the free throw line. Her shot is up, blocked, picked up by Nigber. And now Berlin will come the other way with Kurzek. Kurzek, right side, Fritz. Into the right corner, Hoffman. Hoffman Left side now. It's going to be Nigber driving into the free throw lane. Shot is up, no good.
Wow, what great help defense by Bumby to force the errant shot and then to get the board.
And Bumby does get the board and gets a give and go with Lucy Bettine, and Bumby will be fouled as she goes to the basket.
Bettine got beat off the dribble. Bumby slides over, makes her stop and pop on that shot, gets the board, goes down on the give and go. That's how fast she was in reacting from there down there, trying to score.
Fouls on Hannah Nigber, her second, team's fourth. Free throw by Bumby, her first, is good. She has 5 points. 13:09 remaining in the second half. Ripon 44, Berlin 15.
Ari Brooks comes in for Bauman.
Next free throw by Bumby, good. Make it 6 points and a 45-15 point lead. Wow.
Yeah.
But good for the Tigers. Nothing wrong with that on a Friday night.
And they came in with identical overall records and 1-4 in conference.
Nothing wrong with that. Friday night in Ripon, big win. So anyway, Berlin goes the other way. The shot is by Hoffman is up and no good as she posted inside. The rebound came away with it was Miller.
Yeah.
And Miller's going to go to the free throw line. Now out for a three by Bradley. That's no good. And it goes out of bounds, and it will be Berlin's ball.
I was glad to see, Bumby did not get that rebound. Of course, Bumby's on the bench right now.
Well, if she'd been on the floor, she probably would have had a hand in it. No doubt.
You know she would have.
All right, so the Indians with Kurzik posting up. Hoffman dribbles it out to the wing. Left side now is Fritz. Bounce pass Hoffman. Hoffman drives to the free throw line into the lane. She's going to lose it. Nope, a held ball. And that was Miller that tied her up, but Berlin retains possession.
I am so glad to see Isabella Miller. Here she is smiling again with Ari Brooks. Having a good game, a strong game.
Underneath left, Berlin will inbound it. And they will inbound it to
knocked away.
Nigber, but it was knocked away. I think that was Bettine who knocked it away. So Brooks gets the loose ball, and Brooks will bring it up. Long pass over to Bettine for a three. Good!
Boy, oh boy, it's all working.
Lucy Bettine with 5 points tonight. It's 48-15 Ripon at the 12-minute mark of the second half.
I think there's going to be a bunch of Tigers, even when they're sleeping, will have a smile on their face tonight.
Hoffman got the ball, drove the lane, lost control, picked up by Bradley. Bradley to Brooks into the right corner. And now she's double teamed. Look out. And what did she do? Call a timeout? Yep, they got a timeout on the floor. The Tigers did. So it will be a timeout.
I like to see Ari Brooks, an underclassman, of course, as she comes, develops her game. You're wide open. Go ahead and shoot that. Don't dribble down into that double team by the baseline, Don't make it easy on the defense. You're open, take the shot.
Make the long drive this season with confidence all year long. Get ready for your next road trip with Goodyear tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon. Drive your favorite teams to the game with Lamers Bus Line. Lamers is now hiring school bus drivers. Great pay, flexible schedules, complete driver training, and bonus up to $1,500. Apply in person or go to golamers.com/careers. Investing is self-service, is no service. You talk, we listen. Call Greg Dragalovich, 748-5118, or Shad Horton, 748-2576 at Edward D. Jones, member SIPC. Ripon will inbound. It's a long pass over to Miller. Miller missed it, but the rebound came out of there to Lucy Bettine, who shoots it up and in.
Yeah, she's got 5 of the last points, just like that.
And she has 7 on the night. It's 50-15, Ripon. Here's Anna Kurzek driving to the basket. It's no good. And the rebound comes out of there with Ellery Ross. Ross will bring it to the Tigers' side into the corner underneath. Bettine, left side pass off the glass. Isabella Miller, and she has quite a few points tonight. She has 11.
I was just going to say she's double digits.
She has 11 points on the evening. And Ripon continues to roll, now leading 52-15. And a steal now by Allison Bradley.
Yeah, she hit the passing lane on the inside out.
Bettine in the corner, back to Brooks, who takes a shot, and Brooks is fouled.
Boy, when it all comes together and you're over there, and I think there's 2 coaches over there right now that are kind of having some fun. All those practices, and you're trying to go, hey, this is how you do the ball screen, this is how you do that give and go, and, you know, how you rotate, how you box out, and it all seems to be coming together. And I can't think of a better opposition you'd want to do that with than your rival opposition.
The foul on Berlin was on Jane Hoffman, her first, team's 5th. Ariana Brooks gets 2 free throws. She missed the first, makes the second. She has 3 points. So now it's 53-15 Tigers. So here comes Berlin on the offensive end with Kurzek into the lane. Left side for a 3 by Fritz. It's good.
And Fritz does that very well.
The dry spell has ended.
Yeah, she's the second leading scorer on the Berlin team.
Ripon quickly the other way. Brooks underneath the basket. Her first shot is up, no good. She gets her own rebound, tries to go up, but it was stolen away by Berlin. So the Indians come the other way with Hoffman on the wing left side. She's going to pass it off to Fritz, who's taking another 3, top of the circle, no good. Bettine gets the rebound. We're at the 10-minute mark of the second half. 53-18 Ripon. Bradley.
Good box out on that weak side by Bettine.
Bradley over
She's
to
there.
Rost. Rost underneath the Miller. Miller turnaround shot, no good. Berlin rebound.
I love the positioning that Miller had on the block.
So here comes Fritz the other way. Over to the right side on the wing. Kurzek in the lane. She's going to turn around, go to the hoop, and good. Nice basket, nice move.
Yeah, it was.
Ripon 53, Berlin 20. Bradley across the timeline over to Rost. Rost posting up is Miller. Takes a shot, no good. She draws a foul.
She's got maybe the best up and under move on the team, Miller.
Showed it that time as she faked left, went right, drew the foul. She gets 2 free throws. The foul, by the way, Jane Hoffman, her second, team 6th.
Yeah, they teach that move in Randolph before you can even walk. Before you can walk, you have the up and under move.
My wonderful high school alma mater. Alma mater.
I know that little elementary gym very well. The 3-point line runs out of bounds.
The second free throw by Isabella Miller is good as well. So she has 13 points. It's Ripon 55, Berlin 20, 9:20 remaining in the second half. Berlin the other way, a shot underneath the basket there by Bartle was
what
no
a
good.
Save by Ross to Bradley and a pass by Bradley.
And it was a pass to Miller, but Miller couldn't quite control. Berlin had a hand in it, so Berlin gets it the other way. Here comes Kurzek. Quickly down the floor. She's going to fake to the outside, goes to the basket, and what do we have?
I would have liked to have seen Bettine turn around sooner, realize you got to stop the ball. Forget who you're guarding. Go and stop the ball. If you're in the mood, you got to charge easy.
Kurzek makes the basket, gets fouled, and the foul was on Ariana Brooks, her third, team's third. So Kurzek with the basket now will try to complete the 3-point play with a free throw, and it's good. 9:03 remaining in the second half. Tigers 55, Indians 23. So now Ripon the other way with Allison Bradley. He's going to go over here to Rost. Rost will have it. Carson Ballman back into the game now. She's going to take it between the circles, go into the right corner. That's Miller. Miller has it way the other side to Bradley. Bradley to Rost for 3, and this time it's no good, but Bumby gets the rebound, brings it back out to Miller. Her shot is good.
Another assist by Bumby. Boy.
15 points for Isabella Miller tonight.
So they sew a blue collar onto Bumby's jersey.
It's now a steal by the Tigers.
Ross. That
steal by Ross. She's going to take it coast to coast. No good. The rebound though by Bumby, and yes, she puts it up and in. Bumby with 8 points tonight. Ripon 59, Berlin 23. 8 minutes to go in the second half. Posting up with the ball is going to be Bartle. She's going to go to Fritz onto the right side corner. She's going to bring it out, drives to the free throw lane, into the lane, takes a shot, and she draws a foul. She will get 2 free throws.
She split the defenders. I guess there was contact, and so she'll be rewarded with 2 free throws. Like you said, below 8 minutes remaining. I didn't see this. It's one thing to double them up on the score. You're threatening now to tripling them up on the scoreboard.
Carson Ballman received that foul. That is her 3rd personal. It's the 4th team foul. The free throw by Fritz is good. 7:56 remains in the second half. Ripon 59, Berlin 24.
A game like this for Ripon should really pay dividends going down the road. January 18th, Ripon travels to Wautoma non-conference, and it's going to give you a boatload of confidence and hopefully keep continuing to develop your skill sets.
Fritz makes the second, so it's 59-25. Lopez has the ball into the right corner. She's going to bring it back out, and Bradley chases it down to Miller. Into the lane, Bumby. She turns around, left corner, Ballman. Ballman back to Bumby. Bumby out to Bradley. Fakes, goes to the free throw line, shoots it up, and no good, but the rebound was by Bartle, but stolen away from Bartle was Ballman. Ballman then takes a shot, misses. Bumby gets the rebound. Her shot is up, no good, but she's fouled.
Wow, I love the battle. They're calling a held ball, if you can believe that.
Oh, I thought she was fouled on that play.
Well, she was. But it was called a held ball.
All right, very good. With the held ball, Ripon received possession. They did take a shot. It was no good. So now it's Berlin's ball the other way. So we have some substitutions now. Madison Mertens in for the Berlin Indians. And we're going to have a reaching foul now on the Tigers' Allison Bradley.
They've been very consistent with that call this evening.
For Bradley, her second, team's fifth of the half. So Berlin will inbound it with Jane Hoffman, top of the circle. Left side, Fritz looking. Posting up is going to be Bartle. Fritz, Mertens, right side wing. Posting up once again, Bartle. She lost the ball. Allison Bumby kind of stole it away from her, and it was Bartle who last knocked it out of bounds. So Tigers get it back, leading 59-25. 6:45 remains in the second half. Here's Ballman. Bumby posting up, turns around, tries to get it back to Ballman, but she was triple teamed. The ball was stolen.
Exactly.
So now Berlin the other way. And this is Hoffman. Mertens on the wing. Underneath Fritz, corner. Dribbles out of there. Hands it off. Tries to go underneath to Bartle, and she kind of lost control of her steps, so it was stolen by Bradley. Bradley dribbles it down to Ballman, who takes a shot in the right corner, and she's fouled.
Boy, that's a sign of maturity there. A pull-up mid-range jump shot in girls basketball is impressive.
The foul on Kara Fritz, number 33. It's her third personal. It's the seventh team foul of the half. So Ripon does get 2 free throws from Carson Ballman. She misses the first. She has 14 points in this game, including 3 3-pointers in the first half.
She averages a dozen a game.
She makes the second free throw to make it 60-25 Ripon. So Berlin will bring it up. That's Fritz over to the wing right side. Fritz has it again. Hoffman, she's going to try a 3 from the left side. A perfect swish for Jane Hoffman. 60-28 now. And here come the Tigers. Ballman gets the ball quickly underneath on a feed from Miller.
Wow.
And Allison Bumby makes the basket.
Great job. That's what an example of quick passing can beat the defense before it establishes itself.
Bumby now at 10 points, 62-28 Ripon, 5:30 remaining in the second half. Stealing the ball was Carson Ballman for the Tigers into that right corner. And so Bradley will bring it up to Lopez, to Bumby. Ballman with a 3, no good. Rebound comes out high. It's Miller with the rebound. Her shot is up and no good. This time, though, Berlin gets the rebound. And bringing it up for the Indians was Fritz to Hoffman. Fritz gets it back, top of the circle. Mertens has it. And Mertens looks like she traveled, but there was no call. And so Fritz gets the ball back. Over to Hoffman. She's going to try another 3. This one's no good, but we're going to have a foul on Lopez. I think she reached in.
Lopez was late getting there for starters, and then she made the mistake on her box out after the shot. It's the correct call. She didn't foul her when she was shooting, but when you shoot, you still, as the shooter, have the right to come back down on the shot, and that's where the contact was made. So 3 free throws.
Lopez, second personal, 16. Shooting the free throw is Jane Hoffman. She missed the first, makes the second to make the score 62-29. 4:53 remains in the second half. Third free throw now for Hoffman. She makes that. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, as Meatloaf used to sing.
Yeah.
For those of you who remember Meatloaf.
I do. And by the way, I love meatloaf.
I do.
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
I'm actually going to make meatloaf on Sunday. I put bacon in mine, so you know it's good.
No wonder you get your steps in.
All right. Selena Lopez makes the basket for the Tigers as they passed it around real well while we were talking about Meatloaf.
Cute little.
And it's now 64-30 for the Tigers.
10-foot baseline jumper.
4:25 remains in the second half. Here's Hoffman for the Berlin Indians. She's going to drive it into the left corner. Steps back out behind the three-point line to take a shot. No good. And Allison Bumby comes away with the rebound, of course. And she's going to bring it up across the timeline for the Tigers. Hands it off to Lopez. She's going to drive to the basket. It's going to shoot it up. No good. And no foul was called, although there was some contact. Berlin gets the rebound. And Kara Fritz will bring it up now for the Indians. Left side, it's Mertens. Back to Fritz. She's looking. Hoffman, left corner. Going to take a dribble or 2 or 3 to the free throw line. Going to hand it off for a 3, top of the circle. No good. The rebound comes out of there. Carson Ballman, and she's hustling to the basket. She's going to take it to the hoop. Shot is up, no good. But Allison Bumby gets the rebound. And we have a stoppage of play because of a foul on that loose ball.
How many pairs of shoes does Bumby go through?
Well, I'll tell you what. She did some major hustle to get down to that end of the court.
Oh, that was awesome.
The foul is going to be on Jane Hoffman, her third, team's 8th. So Ripon will get a bonus. I believe it's a 1-and-1. Yes, it is. So that's Allison Bumby. She gets 1. If she makes it, she gets the bonus.
Coach Jesse Nodolf just called off the Hounds. He just took Bauman and Bumby and set them down.
Well, not Bumby, because she's shooting the free throw, and she misses the free throw.
My bad. But my goodness, the headline on the sports section is going to be, it's all about hustle, high energy, and desire. That's what really was the catalyst for everything Ripon did tonight.
Agreed. They have played an excellent fundamental basketball game, no doubt about it. So Berlin the other way, and we're going to have a foul as driving to the hoop was Claire Bartle. And the foul is going to be on, let's see, I think it was on Adeline Nodolf, her first. She's a freshman. And it's the team's 7th foul, so that's why it was a bonus. Bumby comes away with the rebound, of course, and she brings it across the timeline to Bettine, gets it back, and now she hands it off to Bryn Carlson, who's in the game. Carlson has it now. She's on the right side, stopping. Bumby's posting up. Bumby back to Carlson. Over here now to Nodolf, and tries to pass it to the right side back to Carlson, but it was knocked out of bounds, but Ripon touched it last.
I like the inside-out game they're playing with Bumby on the block and the 2 younger players. I love the entry pass with the bounce pass underneath the D. Fundamentally, they're trying to do the right thing.
So now Berlin the other way. Under 3 minutes to go in the second half. It's Ripon 64, Berlin 30. Fritz has it over there to Mertens. Mertens, Hoffman. Hoffman, Bartle. Fritz, top of the circle, looking. Goes to Hoffman. Oh, and she.
No.
The official said she was out of bounds, but I'd like to see that
The problem
replay.
is we're sitting up here, and the foot never was out of bounds.
I didn't think so.
No, it wasn't.
But, you know.
Oops.
It's cold outside, you know. Got to get the car warmed up. But anyway, Ripon takes a 3 by Merton. I'm sorry, by Bettine, was no good. Ripon comes away with the rebound. Nodolf has it now. Back to Bettine. Oh, it's stolen away by Jane Hoffman. She's going to drive to the go to the layup.
Good foul.
And Lucy Bettine draws a foul on Hoffman.
Good foul. It's not about the scoreboard. You play all the way through to the buzzer, and she's going to have to earn her points at the line.
Just like we earn our vocabulary here in the booth up here as we talk this game away. 64-30 Ripon. Jane Hoffman gets 2 free throws. The first one's good. The foul, as mentioned, was on Lucy Bettine. That'll be her second personal, the team's 8th.
Yeah, Hoffman and Fritz, they're the ones that have been doing all the three-point shooting for the most part for Berlin.
Second free throw is no good. It's run down by Bumby. She has it. She's driving the other way quickly. Now she pulls up and stops. Tries to pass it, but Hoffman steals the ball. Now back to Mertens to Hoffman, who brings it across the timeline. Fritz on the right side, top of the circle, goes to inside, and Bumby stole it, but then Nodolf comes away with it, but she can't hold her feet, and she travels.
That's just the anxiousness you get into the game finally, right?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, the adrenaline is going.
And, you know, let's be clear, she's a freshman, so sometimes some nerves, you know, get in there. But now Berlin will inbound it, and Bryn Carlson ties up the Berlin player for a held ball. The Tigers will get possession.
I think she pitches, if I recall. They used to live across the street. I think she's a pretty darn good pitcher, if memory serves me. Carlson.
Another freshman comes in for Ripon, Elizabeth Gatsky. Also coming in is Reese Downs. She is a sophomore. Nodolf will bring it up across the timeline for the Tigers. We're at the 1:45 mark in the second half. Ripon 64, Berlin 31. Kicked ball out there on a pass. So that means that, oh no, it's also a foul? I don't know. I thought it was a kick, and maybe it was a trip. Maybe that's what the official was saying. A tripping call on Jane Hoffman, her 4th, team's 9th. Shooting the bonus out there was Adeline Nodolf. Her first free throw was no good, so then the rebound went out of bounds, and Berlin will get it back. Hope you got all of that.
So Ripon's going to come out of here with a huge win over the arch rival Berlin Indians. They'll move ahead of them in the standings in the conference as well.
So the Indians with the ball, and it's going to be a cross-court pass to Hoffman, who has it into the right corner, and she's going to stop. Tries to go into the lane with it, but it's stolen away by Madeline Weiss. And then she had it kind of stolen. It was a held ball, I think, and Berlin got possession.
Yep. How many held balls tonight?
23, I think.
There you go.
No, that's not true.
No.
But we've had quite a few. Yeah, we've had quite a few. The inbound was on Berlin, and on the inbound, a foul was called on Ripon as a push towards the loose ball. The foul is going to be, I believe, on Elizabeth Gatsky, which will be her first personal. It's the team's 9th. Berlin gets a bonus, and shooting Maddie Rilling.
So hopefully I'll be able to do a quick interview with Coach Jesse Nodolf. I think there'll be a smile on his face.
I would think so.
And we'll do that either before the tip-off with the boys game, or certainly, if not, then at halftime of the boys varsity game, which is to follow this one.
So the first free throw by Rilling was good. She missed the second. The ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Tigers ball.
So they literally have them doubled up, 64-32. Thank goodness it's not an algebraic equation for me. It's just simple math.
Coming up on 70 seconds remaining in this ball game. And the Tigers will have it into the left corner, making a move. Now back to Bryn Carlson. Right side, but that was a cross-court pass, which was stolen by Berlin. And the Indians will bring it the other way. Nice reach by Elizabeth Gatsky, who knocks the ball away. But Berlin will get it back. At about the half-court mark, and it's inbounded for the Indians into the right corner, and we're going to get a pass over here to Hoffman, who's in the lane. Going to go next to Bartle, and Bartle will shoot it up, and good! Claire Bartle with a basket.
She leads the team in rebounds. Claire Bartle averages just under 8 a game.
64-34. Tigers leading, and the free throw is off the glass and good by Claire Bartle.
Her brothers will let her know she banked that in later when she's at home.
43 seconds remaining in the second half. Ripon was going to inbound it, but an end line violation makes it a turnover, and so Berlin will get the ball back. And they will inbound underneath their basket right side, going way out on top. And a shot is up and no good. Emma Bull with that. It's rebounded by the Tigers, Madeline Weiss. She has it, hands it off to Bryn Carlson, who will bring it up with 30 seconds remaining here in the second half. Now a three-point shot is up and no good by the Tigers. Nodolf. Berlin the rebound. Here they come the other way, driving to the hoop, but stolen away on a pass was Gatsky.
Wow.
Nodolf gets the ball back, hands it off to Weiss, and the layup is good. Madeline Weiss with 2.
That whole theft started with Bryn Carlson riding the hip of the speed dribbler for Berlin, forcing the errant pass in the theft. What a nice note to end the game on by Ripon.
And the game is completed, and the final score has the Ripon Tigers defeating the Berlin Indians 66-35.
Wow.
Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry. Buttsine Marchant Funeral Home, serving local families with grace and compassion since 1896. Fortify Bank is growing Wisconsin. One person, one business, one relationship at a time. Visit fortifybank.com to see how banking locally is a win for you and our community, member FDIC. Hometown Radio is your local source for news, weather, and sports. Tune in to WRPN and team up every morning with Bob Nelson to find out what's happening in your area. Fusion Heating and Cooling, the area's newest family-oriented train dealer, offers service on all manufacturers' brands and specializes in providing solutions for all your home comfort needs. Getting the job professionally done and on time, Fusion Heating and Cooling, servicing Ripon and surrounding areas. The bakery and deli teams at Webster's Marketplace are always cooking up great food for you and your family to enjoy. Breads, buns, cakes, and of course our signature donuts, hand-cut daily to our deli's roasted chicken. Delicious dips and full line of meals for you to take home and enjoy. Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon. We believe a company, like a family, is made stronger when differences are embraced and not condemned. Check out walsworth.com/careers for hiring opportunities. Proud to support Ripon High School. And next time you're heading out for breakfast or lunch, visit Mr. and Mrs. P's Eatery. Their menu includes many different scratch-made, professionally prepared entrees, and your meal with a delectable dessert from their in-house bakery, open Wednesday through Sunday, Mr. and Mrs. P's, Fond du Lac Street in Ripon. And excellence meets innovation at Ripon Area School District through a commitment to continuous quality improvement. Ripon was awarded $1.9 million in grants to expand support for students and their families with school programming and school-based mental health. Come experience what happens when excellence meets innovation. And for a truly delicious lunch or evening dinner, plan a visit to Pastimes Pub and Grill. Carol's homemade soups are always available, along with a great variety of sandwiches, awesome burgers, and salads. If you enjoy cooking, stop in and apply at Pastimes Pub and Grill, downtown Ripon. Pastimes is closed this weekend and will reopen on Monday, January 17th. Well, Marty, what a game for the Ripon Tiger girls here tonight, winning 66-35.
You know, it's one thing to come out with high energy, which right there, you got all this captured energy in a bottle. And like I said 3 times earlier, that's what gave them everything they needed to play the kind of game they played tonight. In all facets of the game, it was so impressive the way that they rebounded,
The shooting by Bauman, Roston, Miller in the first half really set the pace. The rebounding by you-know-who set the queen of rebounding, Bumby. But also, that was contagious. You're going to see great stats. I can't wait to go into the numbers next time I do the girls' game and look at tonight's game because it was outstanding.
Let's run down the scoring for the Ripon Tiger girls tonight in no particular order. Ariana Brooks scored 3 points. Allison Bumby has 10. Selena Lopez with 5. Isabella Miller had 15. Ellery Rost had 9, all on 3-pointers. Carson Ballman, she had 15 points, including 3 3-pointers. Lucy Bettine had 7, and Madeline Weiss rounds it out with 2 points. So a big win here for the Tigers. And coming up after a short break here, we will have the boys game against the Berlin Indians. So with the victory, the Ripon Tiger girls improved to 7-7 overall, 2-4 in conference. Berlin will fall to 6-8 overall, 1-5 in conference. So we'll be back with our second game this evening, the boys varsity game between the Berlin Indians and the Ripon Tigers in a few moments here on the Ripon Tigers Sports Network.